Hello, post-workout Benjamin here, preparing to work on music for the day. And I just wanted to talk about something that I've been mulling over for the past few days. Um, for lack of a better term, I'll call it non-analytical reality perception paradox. Yes. So the idea, just in short, is the ability to realize your own perception based on individualistic traits of internal awareness, which sounds complex, I guess, but it really isn't. The whole concept can be broken down into what I've been obsessing about slightly for a while. Um, if we look at the idea of shapes and how shapes exist in the world, we can apply them to people, to ourselves. So there's 9 billion people on the planet. So let's say there's 9 billion different shapes, which there are more than that in geometrics. But the idea is, say we take basic objects, basic geometrics, the square, the circle, and the triangle. So if there's three people in existence, there's three shapes. There is the square, the circle, and the triangle. So the paradox is that these shapes only see the world in the shape of their perception. So their perception is the shape that they are. So the square sees everything as squares. The circle sees everything as circles, and the triangle sees everything as triangles. So in this exuberant display of mental gymnastics, we can say that the square is going to see the circle and the triangle as squares. The circle is going to see the square and the triangle as circles, and the triangle is going to see the circle and the square as triangles. It's all based on the perception reality paradox. The paradox being that we can only see the world through our own perception of the world, the universe, matter itself. So I am looking into the world, seeing what I internally am. I am expressing externally what I am internally. So I was explaining to my girlfriend this paradox, and the first way I explained it was, so if I'm a giant green if I'm a giant green glob of goo, I'm going to see the rest of the world as a giant green glob of goo. So everything is goo. Everything is this meshy material that I am. Not necessarily that I'm human, so I see the world as flesh. That's not the paradox. The paradox is an internal psychology and a physical matter psychology. So with the idea that I am a shape. I'm gonna see the world in that shape. The world's gonna be made up. The universe, the materia of existence is going to be made up of all of the things that I am. I mean, it makes sense because in science they say that everything is created from stars. When stars explode, their matter and materia goes out and becomes the rest of the universe, becomes parts of the universe that exist around it, where it can go. So we are the stardust that is exploding far away. So the ideology of the paradox is the fact that I can only see what I am. Internally is external in the reality. So if someone is a square, like I said, they're going to see the world as a square. They're going to see the existence of materia as themselves, but they're not going to know it because they don't know they're a square. And that's another part of the paradox. The person that is the shape is not going to know they're a shape. So say there's the 9 billion people on the planet. Each of them is a different shape. Each of them is a different perception. Each of them is a different facet of reality. And they're going to see the world, universe, etc. as that facet of reality, and they're not even going to know that they're doing it. So if you're looking out into the world wondering why is this thing the way it is, just realize it's because you are.